Tabasco State in southeastern Mexico, after the most severe rains in more than a century. The resulting floods have killed 8 people and forced more than 150,000 from their homes. While many have fled to higher ground, Vanessa Carrera uses a kayak to reach her front door.
Muy poca gente se quedó aquí.
Almost no one has remained. I'm running a risk in being here, but there's no place like home.
Que andar por ahí.
She's one of the few residents still here, and while these neighbourhoods sit largely empty, the evacuation has brought about other problems.
La realidad es que no he visto al momento ninguna autoridad aquí.
I haven't seen any authorities here, and there are people who are taking advantage of the situation to break into people's houses. The flooding has affected many parts of the city, and it seems like the water level isn't dropping. In fact, it's rising.
Al contrario, está subiendo.
Yet for those who have been forced from their homes, the parking lot of a local shopping mall has been their refuge, pandemic concerns or not.
All our pandemic precautions have been forgotten during this crisis because our priority was to survive, and to do that, we had to leave our homes.
Tabasco has been hit hard by the pandemic, and the state's Emergency Services Director, Jorge Mieri Terán, expects the flooding emergency to make it even worse.
By having so many people concentrated in the same place, we are expecting COVID-19 outbreaks.
And while volunteers work around the clock to fill sandbags for makeshift levees back at the base, he says much more rain is expected.
These floods were caused by the 11th cold front of the season, and a total of 53 have been forecast. Our rainy season runs until May of next year, so we are certainly expecting more precipitation. We have to be prepared. This is by no means over.
2020 in Mexico has seen the worst drought in 35 years strike the north of the country, and now the worst flooding in a century here in the south. And with the looming threat of a spike in COVID-19 infections, a long road appears to be ahead for one of Mexico's most impoverished regions. Alistair Baverstock, CGTN, Villahermosa, Tabasco.